Welcome back to Final Fantasy Mystic Quest. I'm your host, Chompin' Llama. Details of why the hiatus are in the description, so let's keep on moving. I'll get us to the sub-boss. So that way we at least have something to go by. And that way we can have him in his own separate video, and the continuation of more battlefields. Now, there's one thing you are noticing. Phoebe is a pretty weak physical character at the moment. That will change shortly. And it will all change with this important plot point. Right here. Wow! Oh, we're dead. Wow, we survived that with full health. That's amazing. Here's another thing you probably didn't know about. You can walk underneath the ceiling. It's a brilliant little shortcut that plays a minor effect. It saves you a good amount of time. And again, she gets hit with some evil magic. She always gets hit. She always gets blinded. But here's where we need to climb, because there's only one path to the boss. And not only is there just one path, it is littered with the enemies that just get in our way constantly. Yeah. The other thing is the enemies love to hit you with poison. Yeah, I'll take some time now to explain to you a little bit more about the weapons. Swords you acquire first and have less attack power than the other weapons, but they're your initial power weapons before you acquire the next one, which is the axes. Axes hit harder, they hit stronger, but they don't have any special effects. They just hit hard. Claws are weaker than your swords, but they have special effects. As you can see, this one has paralysis and poison. So it's the order in which they go. Claws are weaker, but the effects sometimes make up for them. And yeah, bombs, as you can tell by now if you've played the game, they attack everything, which means on a single enemy they're the most powerful weapon out there. But if you have more than one, it's pretty useless, except for the enemies that are weak against them, weak against bombs. Those enemies you always use bombs on, because otherwise they will suicide you, and that just sucks. Yeah, that one was a pretty bad one. Though we are supposed to be able to kill these enemies, they take a while sometimes. Ah, turtles. They act just like sandworms. You axe them to death because they're weak against the axe, and even at this low level of level 11, we can one-hit them to death. Or Phoebe can lightning them to death. Either one works, I suppose. We probably want to run manual for these things. Yeah, we definitely do. These guys, these centaurs, I did not know until my attempted last recording. These guys are weak against earth magic, quake. Use it, whomp them, mutilate them, because otherwise they can confuse you into no end. Literally confuse. It's a horrible spell. Yeah, they're horrible, and they only get worse. Yep. But we definitely want Phoebe on automatic for the bosses, because she's just good. I think there's only explosives and arrows down there. We don't need either of them. So, we're almost through. This is a very short thing. And bombs do come in handy. I mean, they're pretty good. Now here, we have a new enemy. These birds you can barely see. They are weak against arrows and wind magic, which we won't have for a while yet. But, they're pretty easy, especially with Phoebe on auto. She'll use her bow all the time. But the ironic thing is, they also know wind magic. And there's our boss. Let's get to him. Time to put her on manual. I do want some of that magic. For the bloody boss! Because thunder is so useful against him, it's our strongest magic we have. And one more set of centaurs. Okay, I'll do some healing up, and we'll see you next time to take on this boss. Next time on Final Fantasy Mystic Quest. Till then, I'm Stomping Llama. Signing out!